guys, I apologise about my internet connection yet again. Wow, thanks for the raid. I've got no words for that. Thank you ever so much. Guys, thanks for all the follows. Welcome along. Great to have you along for the ride on with trying the this freeware A330-900neo. That we found on flightsim.to. We're going down from Newcastle down to Brussels just to see how it flies. It's the first time I've tried it out. And guys, thanks for all the follows. That's I don't know what to say. That's taken me completely by surprise. I will just turn this music down a bit. Yeah, we're trying. The autopilot is so far it's not done anything out of the ordinary, but we'll find out when we I guess get closer to Brussels. But it's cut a few corners out, but it seems to be taking most of them relatively all right. I think it's not quite as smooth as the experimental fly-by-wire, but yeah, it's a little bit off track. But so far so good. The fuel's not working properly. That didn't seem to have gone down since we left nearly an hour ago, half an hour ago. And some of this, the temperature is working, gross weight is working, but I think some of these are also just static, looking at it. But I mean, for a freeware aircraft, it seems pretty good. Dougal McTavish, welcome along. Guys, I'll go through all these new follows shortly. Dougal, I know your name. Do you watch 320 Sim Pilots as well? I think I've seen you in the chat in there. But guys, welcome along. Thanks for all the follows. Yeah, we got our little friend John who popped up, who gave me a he gave me a fright when I turned around just before. I didn't expect to see our little FO sat there. I'm assuming his name's John. He hasn't said much tonight, but I think he looks like a John. So guys, welcome along and thanks for that raid. We're going to have a quick look at the new followers here. Certainly wasn't expecting that tonight. I've kind of lost for words a little bit. I have to say thank you to the Flying Fabio for his raid of 143. That's the first and only raid I think that I've had. I do this for fun. I do it after work just to chill out, and I thought if I'll stream it if people want to come along, have a watch, then all the better, and have a little chat, talk about anything. But yes, Flying Fabio, wow, thank you. And thanks for the follow as well. And Biohazard, thanks for the follow. ESPN 74, Long Wolf, Dougal McTavish, and Bashir 1969. Lux Socia. Welcome guys, welcome along. Let's have a quick look through the charts and see where we're up to. So why that's get up the runway chart as well. There we are, crossing the North Sea now, Amsterdam, and we're coming. I just was working out before that we start our descent around here at Batik, just to the west of Tilburg, and hopefully that should see us right, and we'll try and see if we can slam this into the ground in Belgium or into Brussels. This will be my first landing in this as well, so we'll see how it goes. Try and put in Batik in here, see if we can get a, or maybe we won't put it in. Doesn't want to play tonight in this version, I guess. I don't think this is not the experimental version. Maybe that's not working. Try and work out. Still a little way to go. See if we can see. Does look a very nice aircraft for freeway, I'd have to say. Certainly for a first release as well. It looks good. Still don't know what to say about that raid, guys. Wow, literally lost for words. Which people that know me knows that is not usual for me. I could normally got the gift of the gab. Oh wow, that is it certainly caught me off guard, shall we say. Seems to be going alright so far. And with regards to the autopilot, it's not so bad. Keep an eye on it, see how we get there. When we get there. Joey Bowler, I like more into airliners, to be honest. It's must be nearly 7 years ago I started to do PPL in the Cessna 152 up out of Newcastle, and I got 10, 11 hours in, and then I had to stop because me and my wife, we had a baby, and paying £165 an hour for flying lessons apparently was not kind of money well spent when I had to go and buy other stuff for a new arrival. So unfortunately my flying got put on hold, which obviously was the right thing to do. And then we then had a second child, so those 11 hours that I had, 12 hours have now fallen well away, and I haven't been back yet, unfortunately. So my idea was to work up PPL, then ATPL, but yeah, that's not really materialised yet. I'm sure I'll give it another couple of years. I'll hopefully be able to go and do a bit more flying in real life, but for now I'm going to Dougal, that's right, babies do that. I mean, they're now 5 and 8, so, but yeah, the expense that even that still brings. I've not been able to wangle any more money to go back flying. You're making good progress now. Bit of shame if that might be able to see a bit of Amsterdam when we get across. Don't normally do nighttime flying. I quite like to see the world around as we fly around. But I thought tonight it might be. I was looking forward to kind of an evening flight, and the weather. I don't know where you guys are, but up here in Newcastle, it's chucked it down all day, and it was, even when I loaded in earlier on, you could hardly see out of the window. It was absolutely shocking. So I set it as kind of just scattered cloud but live time. And now I kind of wish I brought the time a bit further back so we can see outside. Where have you guys been flying to tonight? Anywhere interesting? Have you been? And how many of you have any of you tried out this A330? Does it land all right? And does it pick up the ILS? And it's literally, I have not done a test flight. I just downloaded it and thought we'd have a flight. So I'm quite interested to see if any of you guys have flown it. Overhead Amsterdam. according to OBS, I'm dropping frames. My internet seems to be, it's up and down tonight for some reason. I'm not sure what it's up to. So how far are we from our top of descent? Let's have a look at once. Destination data, set up attack. Where are we going to start our descent? 39 miles away. May as well pop in the get some weather. Seeing as there's no EFB in this, I'm going to grab the weather from, see if we can grab it out of here. It's going to mess our. .250, 10 knots. You're an H1005, 13 degrees. I wonder whether we can print in this one, so should we give it a try, see what happens. Oh, here it comes. Alright. I'm not sure where it goes. So it gets clipped over here where you can't see it in the dark. QNH was 1009, 13 degrees. The wind was 250 at 10. And condition altitude was not on there, but look on these charts. There's on the take it off this 4,500, so we'll pop in 5,000 in the last flight level. Pop that in. And the barrel ref is 302. And there. got an ILS frequency in there. Let's see if this matches up with this one. 108.9. 108.9. And we'll pop in the Antwerp VOR, which is 113.5. VOR 1. Start this descent now. 10,000 plus idle open descent. And away we go. Set that down to 8,000. See how this arrival goes. Have a quick look. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but I wanted to kind of fly it just to see how this actually flies on arrival. So I'm going to think we'll fly I was going to plan on flying this full approach just to see how it goes. The fact of how high we are now, and I'm not going to bother. I was thinking about taking the direct to Antwerp and coming that way, but I'm going to fly the whole thing and just see how it gets on. John's still awake. He's not said much, but he's still awake, nodding his head. We'll try and increase that rate of descent just a little bit. Try and be 8,000 at Kirky. However, that speed brake doesn't have 4,400 feet per minute. Wow. Where are we? There we go. Heading down to Kirky now. And then we are going to swing back up to Antwerp and around on the 25 right. And we'll see whether this can actually fly this arrival. Already wants to head straight to Antwerp now before we've even arrived at Kirky, so put that speed brake back. We'll bring the speed back a little bit as well. $250.
We have begun our final descent into Brussels. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
We'll pop on the seatbelt sign, pop the landing lights on. Where do we want to be? Antwerp. We'll come down to about, coming down 5,000 for now. still not quite on the green line. See if we can sort it out. Pop it in there, see if that'll sort it out. There we go. Keep that coming down 4,000 now. And the platform altitude is 2,000 feet, 11 miles from India Bravo Romeo of the ILS. Not that tuned up yet. Hopefully it will go back to managed speed. And we can, I think, activate the approach phase. That's taking us direct, but still don't want that to happen. That was the bug with fly-by-wire beforehand, wasn't it? Where as soon as you activate the approach phase, it took you to the last waypoint before the centre fix, I believe. There you go, ILS has popped up. Back to our green dot speed. 4,000. One last quick look at the chart, see how we're doing. And then we need to come down to 2,000 to join the ILS. Initial approach fix, 14 miles. Then we can get that down to 3,000 now. Again, that's heading off in the wrong direction. I want to head to Fun, I believe. There we go, that's a bit better. Turn that off. So from the question earlier of how the autopilot was, it is, yeah, certainly a bit buggy still. But I guess there's nothing that can be that can't actually be sorted out by either inserting a direct or selecting the heading. But from the takeoff point of view from Newcastle and the cruise, that was quite good. It's just this its attempt to try and fly this approach is not, it's not too happy with. But the airport should be, am I just over there? The VF speed is 141. We'll do a flaps full landing and see if I can either get it down or slam it into the ground. Again, there it is, heading off to somewhere else. Then into the centre fix. Definitely doesn't like flying this approach. 2,000. And we might think about getting flap 1 shortly, I think. We are, what, 19 miles out, so see if we can get this to catch up to where we want to be. Hopefully might get lock start in a few minutes. In fact, I think we'll pop flap 1 now. back now, 200 knots. 190 where we are, lock. Where do we can't have 200 pilots now? So we'll ding the cabin. Arm the spoilers. Go flap 2. Up that speed back a bit. At 160. Hopefully, let's see where should we get the glide slope. It's 6 miles out. We should hopefully capture the glide slope. Go flap 3. Bring that 60 back a little bit further. What was it? 142. 142. Flap full. Glide slope is now coming alive. I reckon we will drop the gear now. Oh look, this should be how many? Here they come. Back in. There's glide slope. Get my feet on the rudder pedals ready as well. A bit of wind. I mean, it's only showing 5 knots, it's rocking around quite well. So the signs are on, cabin's ready, spoilers are armed. And I'll pop that on. Flaps are full. So ECAM is landing, no blue. Like 2 whites, 2 reds on the pappies as well. Let's give this a shot. There we are. Doesn't look like there's any call outs either. It's 50. a bit off track. I would be asking for a refund on this flight. That did not go to plan. Wow. Was not the best landing in the world. We want to vacate off here. I think it's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Brussels. The local time is 8:45 p.m. and it's currently about 15 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have been shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
I have to say, guys, that was not one of my best landings. That probably should have been a go around. Probably all sorts as well. However, in some kind of fashion, welcome to Brussels. We will just head down here and we'll find a stand. Start the APU. That was horrendous landing. We'll take this next one. I'm going to park this in the middle, just where I'll have, because that is, my rudder pedals won't turn about the best as we're going to get, unfortunately. Not sure why the rudder pedals work, but they seem to want to go either left or right or go straight on, and they weren't going to turn us in time for that stand, unfortunately. But wow, get those turned off as well. APU is available. We'll turn off engine 1 and 2. Logbook. Seatbelt signs can come off, and the passengers are going to have a bit of a jump off the side of the aircraft. Everything is off. Well, guys, thank you for coming along. I know that wasn't the smoothest of landings. In fact, it was, I would say, it's pretty horrendous, and the parking is not much better. And I guess, as we saw, the autopilot on that arrival was not brilliant. It still wants to go out to Woody. It doesn't think we've arrived yet. But yeah, I think for the cruise, the main part, it was all right. Takeoff, it was fine. Obviously, disregard my landing. Yeah, I think for an initial release, it is. I think further down the line, it's going to be. It's actually going to be an awesome airplane. Better than the Project Medipack